Hi. Hang on a moment. GM, could you... Yeah, that's the... Thank you. Awesome, right. Hi there, I'm Becky Rose from Pair of Geeks, and today we've got a special encounter for you. This is the Hamiltonian wizard lock. It's based on a mathematical paradigm thing called the Hamiltonian paths, but don't worry about that. There's no maths in this video. Before I begin though, I just want to give a special thank you to Russell Higgins. He's one of our fruit bowls, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your support. Also, this is not a shout out, this is a mention. Angela Nolan of Hoesi Productions. Where the hell are my SD cards? I'm down to 1. Return them, please. So, without further ado, how do I get out of here? I'm back up there to the big world. I have no idea. I'll try this way. You enter the Wizard's Tower, and you've been adventuring for some time through the lower levels. And as you get closer to the Wizard's fabled loot, his Necronomicon that you came in here for, you are presented with a puzzle. The kind of puzzle that a wizard would set. This is the Hamiltonian wizard lock. Over here at the opening, we have a door with a face on, and when this lever is pulled, the face speaks. Only one may enter my chamber. Of course the wizard would do that. The wizard lives alone, a solitary character. All of his guards and entrails and things you've been adventuring through so far are merely pets. The wizard doesn't want anyone else coming through his Hamiltonian wizard lock. So only one may enter. Let's see how they do. I am here with Onward the Paladin. So, you've just had a little look through the door. Any ideas on the puzzle so far?
Onward!
Well, that was brief. When the door opens and the first adventurer steps through, the door slams shut behind. Owing to powerful magics, there's no way around this. Magics far more powerful than those possessed by the party. You can try holding hands, you can try miniaturizing someone and putting them in a bag, but only the first person to go through will ever get through. Maybe the magic is looking for the first molecule, and then the next person just cannot proceed past the impenetrable barrier of the door. What I'm saying is one person only, and the players can't cheat it. If they had 2 people in here, it's just gonna go terribly wrong. As our hero steps into the first room segment, the glimmering shimmer of magical energy goes out. It now matches all the others in all 8 of these rooms. Our hero proceeds onwards, and as they enter the next room segment, this light comes on. And as they enter the next, this light too comes on. And eventually our hero gets to the room they need to get through, and some of the lights are on, but some are still off. The puzzle is to make all of the lights light up. So after our first attempt, our hero has failed, and they retreat out of the room. If they don't, here's what I do, to just add a little bit of spice, and of course to give the other players in the scene something to do. It's time for a little bit of encounter magic. This is a great way to add tension to a scene. Whenever the scene starts, we roll a dice. I'm using an 8-sided dice here, and I've got a 6. I put that clearly in the player's view. Now, in this particular puzzle, every time players enter a room segment, I'm going to count this down. 5, 4, 3, and the players will see that every turn, and slowly but surely it counts down to 0. When it gets to 0, a wind elemental appears and blows our hero off, catching them completely by surprise. Our hero emerges from inside this cupboard, coming out head first through the doors and finding themselves in the original room with their friends. So now they have to pull the lever again, and when they do, the rooms in here have all reset back to their original state. It's time to try the puzzle again. So we roll our d8 once more. This time I got 3. It's only going to get to 3 light changes before the wind elemental appears. Henry Potterston, the wizard of such fantastic renown. I'm so delighted to get this opportunity to interview you in person. Now, you've had a little look at the puzzle. Please tell me, any thoughts on the solution?
Fireballs. Many fireballs.
Fireballs. Players, eh? Luckily, there's a way to deal with the wind elemental. Our heroes here have a way up to oversee the arena. And from here, they can be fighting and tackling with this wind elemental, whilst our hero in the room goes around, triggering as many lights as he can to try and get them all switched on. But how does the hero get all of the lights switched on? And how can you, as a GM, set this up to always work despite the mathematics? Maybe there's a simple rule. To explain this, I'm going to use a chessboard. Now, the way the Hamiltonian path works. A Hamiltonian path is it's a mathematical problem where you go through every point in the node of an object in order to complete it. In other words, on a chessboard, you go to every square. Now that's pretty easy on a chessboard. The problem is that one of the lights is on to begin with, and you have to enter that square twice. Now there's an easy solution to that, but first, the particular solution I'm going to give you will always work provided you have an even number of sides. So if you've got 2 by 2, 4 by 4, 6 by 6, great. I set it up there with 4 by 2 and that works. If you were to use an odd number of sides, like a 3 by 3 board, it's not going to work. So provided you as a GM set up an even number on each side, an even number of rooms, this will work. Place your doors in opposite corners and have the first light on. Everything else is off, and when you enter each square of our maze, the light toggles. So if it was on, it becomes off, it's off, it becomes on. The solution then is going to appear after this graphic. We're going to put one in post. The infamous Rouge DM. Now, you're well known for your amazing adventuring, but what I want to know is, can you solve the Hamiltonian wizard lock? No. Well, that was brief. The solution to the Hamiltonian wizard lock is quite simple. Our first room is always on, everything else is off. So when we enter, this becomes off. Now, we need to move out to the next square. So the next square goes on. We then move back to our first square. This one's now on, so both of our first 2 rooms are on. Doesn't matter which one you go to, you just have to move back to your starting square to get it on. Now, any route you can easily plot through here to get through all of the rooms, and you'll always get to the other door on the opposite corner. So, easy to remember as a GM, even number of sides each way, put the doors in the corner, first one's on, everything else is off, job done. That's the Hamiltonian wizard lock and the solution. And then just throw in stuff to excite the players and keep the ones who aren't solving the problem busy. So that they're up here on this overview and just throw monsters in, throw things in for them to shoot and keep them occupied whilst your hero goes running around solving the puzzle. That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Now, the fruit bowls are Pair of Geeks' way of paying for all of these fancy green screens and lights like this one here. Hello, I'm a light. We can't do this without your support, so we have a Patreon where you can go and pay money to help us. It's purely voluntary though, so don't feel obliged. Just a quick note, puzzles like this can be a roadblock. If your party can't find the solution, then they simply cannot get past it. So whenever you use a puzzle like this, always make sure it is for optional content, that you're not denying them progress in their entire campaign. Put rewards and special bonuses behind puzzles like this, not the main quest path. Subscribe, oh yeah, there's a button for subscribe, has a little bell next to it, you can click that and then you get little emails that say, oh, Pair of Geeks has done a video, you're not going to go watch it because their videos are really cool. Also, Jason and I are putting together a charity convention along with some of our friends, and we're hoping to raise 5,000 US American dollars for charity, for children in hospital to give them games to play. It's a proper charity called Child's Play, and we're raising money for it by hosting an RPG convention that you can come to. So if you go to conplus.live, you can submit your games now, and very soon player sign-up will be opening. Right, this is the bit we usually do some music and stuff, and you can click videos. They're videos and things, and a Patreon link, and it's all on screen. I don't know where they are. They add them in post. Right, I'm just gonna sit here. I'll click things.